Long walk to dusty street, tarred by best sewage and saw I litter, flowered by vendors, beggars, price stands growing on hard-paved pavement. People breathe fire around here. Taxis never stop and stop signs around here. They move like Alexander Giant rats when the lights are off, up and down, racing twin squatches, up and down. Every morning we wake up to the alley hoods, taxis, buses, and trains carrying decomposing black souls. Away from hell that breathes thick pungent smell of dead red cats and dogs. Away from the smell of buckets.
The minds of our generation are being destroyed by the society. Every time I turn on the TV, I know they're lying to me.
By factories and dump sites. We embody this orderly smell to your suburb cities and towns. Just before you roll up your car windows, lock your doors, pinch your nose behind our backs. That ghetto smell. As the lifeless body of Antistatani on the street. That ghetto smell. That smell that we carry reminds you. Just before your loud tone of arrogance and ignorance, joking and laughing on the golden dining tables about how smelly we are. That ghetto smell. As the images of the lifeless bodies of miners in Marikana. That ghetto smell. That smell that we carry reminds you that your heavens thrive on our hell, that your dream is our nightmare, that your preserved privileges is the black pain that have swallowed million shacks, billion blacks staring at the mouth of the barrel. Our life is a struggle. The mere fact that you wake up, it's a protest. Above the loudest door drums, you could hear our heart chanting slogans. We are proud people, you know. We might not have, but we have something with feathers. Maybe tomorrow. Today, kids play pushing bricks. Kids read not books, but the world around. Kids invest not money, but on ambitions. Kids dream in a realm of death, in a belly of the beast. These kids are angels. These kids are angels bearing innocent smiles and giggles. They smile, they giggle. But it's never enough, not enough to silence the terrain. 21 years later, in these trying times of the Mandela Dome, these kids are older now. As the living symbol of South African hell, they call for Azania with their dark eyes engulfed with flames of hell, rage of an earthquake eruption. These kids carry spears sharpened by black pain. Black powered axes to cut down virgin forests, to plant anew seeds of what is to come forth. The end of this world as we know it.
In this life, for every breath I take, in this life, life, for every breath that I'm giving, I give it trying to escape and survive white domination. I give it through a job, subjecting myself to black humiliation. One would ask, what about your academic qualifications? All they do is declare me the most qualified slave on the plantation. It pays me so much just to keep me on the plantation. Pains me so much that no matter how much money I make, whiteness still violates me. In this life, I am soul searching, often lost and found, looking for a God, a black God who can relate to my spiritual vows, looking for a black nation to put an end to these black on black attacks. I have no backup to counteract this black genocide. I have lost my mind trying to get the so-called good whites on my side. They have sentenced me to hell with a smile. Always social death on my receiving side. I always end up feeling empty inside. This life I am struggling. I am trying to stand where standing seems to be disappearing. I'm trying to be that pen, trying to be that color that wants to appear where appearing seems to be disappearing. Trying to define myself in the absence of white. This life, I'm suffocating. My blackness violates the rules of physics. They say two things cannot occupy the same space at the same time. I'm trying to occupy the very space that whiteness has murdered so many blacks to claim it. Yes, I am trying to appear where appearing seems to be disappearing.
The great minds of our generation are being destroyed by our society. Every time I turn on the TV, I know they're lying to me. I scream out silently, but no one hears me.
To that extent, I'm trying to incite black excellence. I'm trying to put an end to this silence against black violence. I'm trying to be the voice of the voiceless. I'm trying to be the spine of the spineless. There's so many black people on the planet. So many of us scared to come together to be the rulers of the same space we occupy on majority basis. So used to a life of servitude, serving other races. In this life of subjugation, nothing speaks to me more than black consciousness. Everything else seeks to put me to sleep. Everything else seeks to make me a happy slave. In this life, I declare myself a rebellious slave.